Hey y'all, welcome in to another episode of our Sistas Keeper, the Tyler Perry Sistas live after show, unofficially right now. Where your good sis, Eric Vane, breaks down with the incomparable, funny, witty, super intelligent.
Come on, your girl Allie Nick, giving it to you when I give it to you, but always in the nick of time.
We come together, we cut up, we kiki, we unpack everything that needs to be unpacked about the show right here on our Sistas Keeper. Good evening, y'all. Welcome in.
What's
Uh,
up, y'all?
Ellie, how are you feeling about that episode? Ah,
How am I feeling as a person, or how am I feeling about this episode we just watched?
either or both.
Either. Both. Okay. As a person, as an individual, I'm doing good. I wasn't feeling too hot. Like later on, in the evening time, wasn't feeling too good. But you push on. I'm
Mm.
doing better now. Thank God. Whatever that was, it came and went. And I was preparing myself for this episode, and nothing prepared me for this episode.
Nah.
Um, Erica and I don't talk about this stuff before we get on too much, but I had to ask her. I said, "Honey, is this episode like super loud? You can't hear these people talking." I cursed a lot. I cursed a lot. I'm thankful I was home by myself at this time because I cursed a whole lot. I just couldn't take it. The noise was doing something to me. My ears are super sensitive. So it was like it was the volume times 1,000. But other than that, God is good. God is great. And I'm gonna lead with that. And I'm gonna hang on to that. But
He is definitely great.
how are you, my good sis? How are you?
Child, I'm hanging on by the thinnest of threads, but tis life at this point.
Mm.
Personal things are going on. Unfortunately, my family keeps experiencing death after death after death, and then there's also family drama that happens amongst all of that. So that is putting your girl through, and then this lackluster episode doesn't help. The one thing that's really, well, not one, there are two things that's giving me like bright spots in my day. So Beyond the Gates, I'm really enjoying. It's the soap opera on CBS right now. Y'all might have seen some of my videos come across y'all's timeline because I'm covering that as well. And then All American is really knocking it out of the park. So I feel like that is kind of, at least because I moved my All American lives right before I have to watch Sisters. So I'm on a high of like great storytelling and great conversations. Then I get to watch that for an hour, get let down, and then come back and like salvage it with a great conversation. So that's about the realest thing I can say about where we're at. Um, and yeah, the episode left a lot to be desired. I don't know if this episode was worse than last week's episode, but they're somewhere in the same ballpark of one another as far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree. I totally agree.
Y'all drop y'all's ratings in the chat so we can know what you are thinking about the episode, how you rate the episode. Hey, A Noel. Hey, Cookie from the Shy. Hey, Miriam Walton. Hey, Tracy B. Hey, Simply Johnny. Hey, Brandon. Hey, C. Walker and Dee Dee. Mel Cunningham. Shout out to all my members in the chat. Kelly Hester Jones. Janelle. I know Money Green Tay gonna be here soon. Sorry, P.O. There he is. I just seen it. Hey, Freckle Purple. Hey, Just Danielle. Hey, Journey with Cece. Welcome in, y'all. Cheryl D. Did I say Cheryl D? Lavonda, how are you, boo? What are we rating it, y'all? And the dialogue closed. The background noise wasn't giving background. The episode was very loud. It was really loud, so much so that I had to turn my TV down. And that's when I really realized that the background noise was so loud because when I turned the TV down, I couldn't actually hear
Mhm.
the characters saying their lines. C.
Yes.
Walker says this episode was a hot stinking mess and a half.
Love it. Love that rating.
And this is what I'm worried about. Like, I'm worried if Sisters comes back in the summer, this is what we're going to get. It's going to be more episodes like this because what is this rush editing job? Why was
Oh,
everything so loud?
it was a mess.
Kelly
It was
Hester
a
Jones
hot.
gave it a 2.5. C Walker gave a 3.25. Y'all coming with the decimals today, ain't you? Cookie says it's a 4 to a 5. Tracy B says a 3. Janelle says a 4.5. A Noel, you giving it a 3? The episode was a mess. I don't know what I was expecting, but this wasn't it. Janelle said she had to turn her TV down as well. Child. And I hate that. I honestly hate that on YouTube. Like, I watch a bunch of, like, vloggers and whatnot on YouTube. And one of the things that I be, like, holding back and not DMing them, because I be wanting to DM them or email them, when there's no actual management of, like, audio. So, like, a lot of them will go into this moment where they'll have a music break where they're not talking. And they'll turn the music all the way up. And then when they come back, the music is still up and their voice is low. And it's like, I can't actually hear you. I'm about to be pissed. And now I'm about to leave your video because what the hell is this? You're assaulting our ears. Angie says a 0.0. I actually love that. I actually love that, Angie. A 0.0 feels like it is spot on. The highlight of the whole daggone episode was when Aaron walked in. And if you will follow me on my personal channel, I was live while I was watching this. And literally, I was going off about every element of every part of the episode. And then when Aaron walked in, it was just like I melted. It was hilarious.
I missed it. Did you save it on your channel, on your personal page?
Yes.
I'm gonna watch it. I didn't know you was live.
I said, Aaron! I got so giddy and so girly. I was like, girl, relax. Even though the rest of the episode was a hot ass mess.
Girl.
So where we starting, Allie?
Oh, Jesus.
Where we starting?
I don't know, girl. First of all, let me pull up these notes. Cause I have to put them in order because I forget how it goes. What happened first?
Because I don't even
I have to do it because it's gotten so bad. I remember back in the day when I used to be so into Sistas, I could watch the episode once and I could tell you everything that happened in the order in which it happened. Now, when that episode goes off, it's like my brain automatically erases it. Like it doesn't hold much of nothing, so I have to keep it in. Like I don't know what happened. Oh, first scene of the day.
Hold on one second, Allie. Miriam says, I really enjoyed this episode as a whole. It was entertaining, but not good on Danni being excited about Tony's proposal. I simply hated seeing Penelope. Simply enjoyed the beauty shop scene. Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Somebody needed to enjoy the episode, so I love that for you, Buki.
Yeah.
Okay, where we starting, Allie?
Okay. You want to just go in order? Just not. Well, we could decide. The first scene, you can see if we want to start there when Danni, turned into Zach Jr. That's what I called it. I said, this is the Zach Jr. scene. We just getting money that no one deserves. We just throwing out money nobody deserve it. Zach gets money from a stock tip. Insider trading. Danni got $75,000 for what? Let me throw some coffee on a white man at my job. Let's see what happens. I just, I ain't gonna hate too much because if you did it for Zach, okay, one of the women is reaping. I'm gonna look at it in that perspective.
This one,
but I know I don't like it. Let me just say I do not like it. I think what pissed me off the most was that I'm sitting here watching this. And I said, this is the biggest joke I've ever seen. It amazed me how I'm watching Andi, who is supposed to be a lawyer. When the woman said, she knocked coffee on a coworker, she said, Andi said allegedly, then came back and almost admitted that this happened. I said, what? Wait. I'm not a lawyer by a long shot. I did study criminal justice with a minor in psychology, and to see jargon being thrown around that does not make sense, that this would not hold up. This woman would not get $75,000, and I know things can be exaggerated on the show. I get that. But Danni is so undeserving. Maybe I'm going to just, stick with Danni. She's so undeserving of this. And it just amazed me how almost everything became Tony's fault.
Not almost, Allie. Everything.
Everything. And I'm not saying that he didn't play a role, but the fact that it's all on him. Oh.
When does the opposing counsel not decide that, you know what? Well, everybody could just be held accountable, because while you're positioning it like, oh, she needs $150,000 back pay and a return back to her job tomorrow, we could just decide to cut our losses with everybody. We could fire Leonard, we could fire Tony, and we could fire her. Why wasn't even that something that was said? Like the way they had Andi steamroll that whole thing as if she was really doing something. Meanwhile, Daniela was 100% in the wrong, only to create a narrative that invalidates the very real struggles that people have being queer in the workplace, being woman in the workplace, being black in the workplace. The whole pseudo-feminist angle of it all, I'm going to use what I got to go ahead and get on a real level, invalidates that. So when somebody comes across this piece of media, they're going to take it like a joke, like many, mostly MAGA does right now, and you handed it to them. You literally handed that narrative to them on a damn platter and didn't even have the opposing counsel push back at all. It's like the moment that she presented it this way and the jury would think da-da-da-da-da, you have no additional other, yeah, because, you know, woke mobs love to just go along with whatever's trending, so let me just shut up now. No, because if I'm on the other side of that, well, actually, you know what? If we're going to be rooting out any type of patriarchy, let's root it out from the very bottom. Leonard can go as well, because he should not have been exacting accusations against Daniela. It does not invalidate the fact that she is still wrong for throwing coffee on him, but we'll go ahead and get rid of the both of them since they couldn't figure out how to be mature and work it out. Both of them exacted aggressions and assaults on one another. His was verbal, hers was physical. So let's go ahead and deal with that. Now let's look at Mr. VP Tony, because you put this airline into a precarious situation by deciding that you were going to date this woman. It's not on actual record for you to date this woman. This is our fraternization clause, and you knew about it. You knew that she shouldn't have gotten into this program, and this is something that Leonard could actually speak to. So we're going to go ahead, and if we're going to give anybody money, we're going to give Leonard $25,000. We're going to give Daniela $25,000, but don't come back to my airport. And you're now suspended, Tony. That is one of the realistic things that could have went down. But having Andi sit across from this very seemingly capable attorney and spout this narrative, which, okay, cool, it's part of lawyers' jobs to create narratives and be able to try to build a case around that and sell that to the jury. Cool. But to act like there's no other narrative that could have possibly been an option that Andi should have feared, to put Andi in a position to only give her power and never have her wonder, never have her worry, does the character a daggone disservice. The same way it has done Zach a disservice to give him all that money and no job, no real business to sustain it. So much so that now he's just running up and back and forth to the law firm, thinking he's entitled to what Fatima got going on and what the hell is happening down there. All of it is a crock of and I'm sick of it.
If I could give you a standing ovation, I would. But I can't right now. But yes, but you know what? I would have took it to trial. Or we could take it to trial. Okay, let's do that. Because when you take it to trial, it ain't the law is the law, whatever the case may be, but it's to prove something. The fact remains, if it would have went to court, Danni wouldn't have got anything. Danni wouldn't have received anything, because we have evidence, we have proof of this. Whether Lenny said what to Danni, we can't vouch for that. There is no proof of that. She never came. She never made a complaint about it. But what we do know is that we have witnesses, which Andi said allegedly. We have cameras.
This is an
we
airport.
Have witnesses. You did it in front of Tony, and you did it in front of the HR representative. What do you mean allegedly? No, Helper, it happened. We have physical evidence of this happening. Danni wouldn't have gotten her job back. And I've said this like the past 3 episodes. I understand how, the writers try to bend to the benefit of the main characters, but it has to make sense. You just can't bend it because you want them to win. Like, you don't have the luxury.
It makes the win not even rewarding. So now we have to go into a whole nother season with Daniela King thinking that yet another man didn't see me, yet another man didn't think I was good enough. No, yet another man can see the potential in you and was hoping that you would decide to climb your ass out of the pit that you in, and you still gonna stay in the that you in. That's the truth. The realest thing Daniela King said all episode was, I don't know if I'll ever be good enough for you.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I said, no, Danni, you won't. Forgive me. But that was my response. I'm like, no, Danny, you won't.
It's the
You
truth.
you won't.
But
That
also,
scene there.
it's the truth because you don't want to be. You don't want to be the best version of Daniela King that could ever walk this earth. You quite literally don't want it. Everybody that you feel like is trying to make you feel bad or make you feel insecure. But let me correct you real quick, Tony, because you didn't make that girl insecure. She was insecure before she met you. She was insecure before she met Preston. She was insecure before she let that boy go upside her head. She was insecure before she was running around, running down Tyrone in the grocery store. She was insecure back in college. And I said this when I was watching it. Before it was Tony as the problem, it was Preston as the problem. Before Preston was the problem, the girlfriends was the problem. So at any given point, are we going to point to the common denominator of the real problem? Because it's everybody who think they better than you. Everybody who think that you're not good enough. Every time they speak one or two words of what you could be doing better for your life. Girl.
Mhm. We gonna hop up. We gonna just get Danny out the way.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, we might as well. She this one little scene. With her and Tony, I was absolutely disgusted at this proposal, and I knew it was
Disgust.
going that way. I knew it was going
He
that way.
walked into on like he,
Yes, I said, were y'all just not in mediation? You do know that Danny wanted you not to have a job as well, and you have two kids to provide for. But you're gonna get on your knees, and now you was wrong with everything for
I want
trying to
Tony to
change
be
her, for
fired.
trying to make her into a beauty. Erica, when
I
I
want
tell
Tony to be
you,
fired so bad. You want to marry her? Cool. Lose your job for it.
lose your job. Mm-hmm. I just the writing for me, it felt like, and I've been feeling like this all season. We don't know what to do, so we're just gonna do something. And that's how I felt about this proposal. I said, how the hell is it Danny has been proposed to twice? What the hell are these? I could see if I'm like, yeah, I understand why these men want to be with her. I'm still at a loss for that. I don't know why they want to be with Danny. She has not shown any type of characteristics of that you would want to share the rest of your life with. I'm so confused. Please explain to me, show me, demonstrate. I have no idea. I have no earthly idea. Why do you want to marry this woman?
See, Walker said, "How you gonna marry a woman that don't like your kid?" I'm sorry, that don't like your kids.
Don't like your kids. Have called them everything except children of God. Your children, they children of the corn, they hellions, they're demons. And she said this to your face. She ain't even trying to be, discreet about it. It is what it is. She don't like kids. She don't like your kids. And this the woman you want to marry. Okay.
The
Okay.
woman got you about to lose your job, hates your kids, thinks anything progressive and supportive that you bring to her for her betterment is you trying to rip down her self esteem, and that's who you want to marry.
That's who you want to marry. Blames you, told you that you use her trauma against her when you call her out on things that need to be called out. Did he? Ultimately, I just got to, and I go back and forth with her and Andi. But I think Danny is the worst character on this show
Yeah,
out of the women. Like, literally.
she is.
It's absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. It's never
It's
her
bad.
fault. It's never her. And as you stated, when you started like going down the men, I remember I did a video about Danny a while ago, as it pertains to what trauma she may have experienced, and even with these men. But going back off rip, first season, Tyrone, you approached this man in the grocery store while he with his little yeah, you know what I'm saying, that he flew in.
Mm-hmm.
You chased this man in the grocery store when he basically saying, Danny, you knew what it was. We are not together. Period. Then you got with Preston, let him know that you're working on yourself, and you cried. I actually felt a little bad for you until I figured out you was lying. I'm like, you just like a man. They know when to cut them tears on and off to get what they want.
Hello.
So do you. You want a nice little charred steak? You know how to cry for it.
Hello.
You know what to do. Then we had El Fuego, who actually did like you, and you used him
Child.
for sex because you was
And
mad
then
at that
look down
person.
upon him. It's so wild to
Yes.
me how we can misrepresent people looking down on you, but you could turn around and exact that same level of privilege and elitism onto somebody else, and it's cool because you did it.
Mm-hmm.
You lucky
Mm-hmm.
it's lint. You lucky it's lint.
Mm-hmm.
These is ashes. It's not dirt, y'all. It's ashes on my forehead. You lucky it's lint. Because I will tell you where to
Yeah.
go and how to get there, Daniela King. I'm going to
Yeah.
see you after Easter.
Yeah. I feel you, honey. I feel you. But yeah, Danny's just a disgusting person. Horrible.
And honestly, Allie, like, outside of the character, when you take a step back or maybe even 10 steps back and you look at the show as a whole and you really try to process the narrative that this, like, when you watch different things and you take a step back, you say, what is this trying to tell me? Right now, I think that All American is trying to get to a place that they're telling a really nuanced, dramatic romance story with high schoolers, and they are on point with it. The complications that come with identity, finding out who you are, rooted in not only the circumstances that you have going on in your life, but who you decide to love and how you decide to love and when you fall in love and all of those things. That's what All American is telling me. When I look at Sistas is telling me that the only way to succeed as a black woman in America right now is to be the most toxic, unevolved version of myself. Give everybody hell and I will get my way.
Mm-hmm.
I might not be
Yeah.
happy, but I'll get everything that I think that I want because I'm so unevolved and I'm so unpresent with myself. I'm not in my body. I'm not in my spirit. I don't really understand that I'm also chasing a bunch of things that I probably don't even really want, but who cares because they look good. And at least I won this argument. At least I made that man feel bad. At least I made my homegirl feel like she was the problem. There's way too many characters that reiterate that narrative for that to not be y'all overlying narrative.
That's a fact. And as you were speaking, the scene that popped up in my head was when she got into it with Karen at the mocktail event, and she made the statement of, I don't want, like, basically, I don't want to be friends with someone who can only see the evil in me. And I'm like, that's who you are, though. That's literally who you are. And even what she told Tony tonight, I just want someone to just love me for me. No, you don't. You want someone to excuse and justify your poor behavior and not call you out on it. That's what you want. Because as long as Tony was, giving you what he was giving you and only suggesting, or maybe you should try therapy. You even had a problem with him suggesting that. So anything that anyone offers Danny to better herself, she has a problem with it. And it's one of those things where even like whatever dynamic they're trying to create for her and Fatima, they make me think about friends or people you have in your life who just go along to get along and not gonna call you out on it because I don't want you calling me out on anything, so I'm not gonna do it to you. And that's the energy that they're giving. And I just feel like Danny, like I've always said, I've always had like a love, strong dislike relationship with the character, more on the dislike side. And it's been F Danny for a long time, and I just don't ever think I'm gonna crawl from up out of that hole. When you have
Mm.
stuff like this, we're just giving money. We're just, and as you stated, it's like, what story are you trying to tell? When I watch All American, it actually makes me think about my high school experience
Yes.
and the situation that I was in, my boyfriend, how all these things work, these dynamics, your feelings changing. Yeah, you with somebody, but dang, I'm kind of liking him too. Am I wrong for that? Like, it brings up all of these emotions with Sistas. I'm like, pissed offness should not be the main feeling.
Yeah.
It's almost like, well, you will get rewarded for bad behavior.
Yep.
And it's like, no, that's not what we on, but that's what they show. Um,
Literally.
the next scene was Karen's salon with her and Pam. And I ain't gonna lie to you, this scene pissed me off because I said, why is that blow dryer on? Please turn that blow dryer. You had the blow dryer and the music. This scene was super, super
It
loud.
was loud. I checked out, so I don't even know what was happening in it. I just got the gist of, like, she introduced the what's his name?
Maurice.
The Maurice Lube
Yeah.
conversation to Karen. I think that's what this
Hmm.
scene was. But I really
Yeah.
just checked out because it was so loud. And I was just like, okay, it's Karen. She look cute. She don't look mad.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And that's like I'm at this point I'm
Literally.
just watching to make sure that Karen ain't angry and she gonna have these babies.
Yeah.
Um
That's pretty much it.
and
Hmm.
even that, like I kind of got frustrated because I don't want to get on here every week and just feel like I'm complaining. But as I get ready to complain, they're just not going deep enough. Because yes, there's a conversation of no, we're not going to market it as lube. Well, then again, we don't have to be the forefront of it marketed as lube. If he's our brand ambassador, then he just has to lead that particular part of the conversation. That would be great. The same way that influencers find new ways to do stuff and they do all types of hacks and tips and tricks, it just needs to come
Hmm.
from more reason. Maybe we slide him additional money and he put up some subreddits and Pinterest and whatever, and he owns that part of the conversation because it's also him that discovered it and we never make it a part of our official marketing. Like, let's go into that. That would make it feel like it's more business conversations. That would give Karen an opportunity to even school Pam on how it could actually work. It could allow Pam to feel like her thoughts and her ideas matter and she's actually being validated in it. But no, we just stop at her like shutting it down, only for them to circle back, I think, later. And I don't know because
Hmm.
Miss Lisa walked in and I really
Yeah.
checked out. When Miss Lisa walked in,
Girl.
Allie, when you see my live, you go. I was like, get your ass out of here, Lisa, because she
I
came in
know.
right after Aaron, and I said, no,
Yeah.
not on my
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I ain't gonna lie to you. This touching on that for a little minute. When Miss Lisa came in, I literally rolled my eyes.
I
Like I
couldn't.
literally, because I'm like, I don't want to hear anything negative. They just had a really cute moment. I don't want to hear anything negative from what you're about to say, Miss Lisa. No, ma'am. No. But yeah, but keeping up with Karen, since we on Karen, like when the scene with Aaron when he came in, I said, was he wearing blue tonight? I think he was wearing blue.
Mm-hmm.
That man's so fine. Kevin is so fine to me. But
Girl.
I just love their little I love their interaction. You know, it was very short, short lived. But it was really cute. Like you said, I just love that we're seeing this side of Karen,
Mm-hmm.
where she's not so, distressed. Like she's able to be soft in this moment with him. But what I will say I'm tired of the little slick jokes. Oh, you half a twin.
Who said
That was
that?
supposed to be Pam.
Oh.
When he was like, I think he said something like, how's my favorite mommy? And she was like, mommy's good, babies are good, and daddy. And that's when they kissed. And Pam came over and was like, black unconditional love is so beautiful, and something about half of a twin. And I'm like, what? Why did you need to say that?
Mm.
Like, we done with that. Y'all done kiki ha ha long enough. We don't need half of a twin. I said, girl, shut up,
I didn't
shut
hear that
up.
part. After she said black unconditional love, I said, "Oh, okay, she come in peace." So I kind of really tuned out. I was really listening to it, but not really because it was so much to compete with.
Yeah.
I was trying to
I
catch
I
all
had
the
to
spark
turn on the
notes.
caption. I had to turn on the captions to even know
uh,
what was being said, because it was like Karen said something. She was like, "What?" I think she said whatever. Did she say Hillary? She either said Hillary Clinton or Chelsea Clinton, whatever they said. And Aaron was like, "Well, actually, it was it's a African oh God I think he said an African something child." And Pam was like, "Oh, he knows everything," or something like that. I'm like, "What is happening?" I'm missing everything. I literally had to turn the captions on because you couldn't hear them. Like you couldn't hear what was said. Even with Miss Lisa, when Aaron asked, like, he's like, "What do you want me to do?" And she was like, whatever it is, just keep it PG. Shut up. I don't even need you to talk no more. I
I
don't
don't
even
know
need you to
what
say
Miss Lisa
nothing.
said. I was hooping and hollering just seeing her, so I literally have no idea. Like all I remember her saying was "here for duty," and I was like, "We actually don't need you here."
We don't need you. I need you to go on a camping trip. I need you to go on a
Something.
camping trip. Take your motorcycle. Thank you, Boss Cat. An African proverb. He was like, it's an African proverb. And Karen was like, oh. I'm like, I just missed everything. Had to turn the darn captions on to hear anything.
Uh, Yeah, this episode
Well,
sound was terrible, y'all.
it was. I've never.
It's not y'all though. It was loud.
Yeah, it's not.
And they didn't even like, you know how when you cut back and forth, like with the scene with Jordan and Baldhead, um
Mm-hmm.
when they cut back and forth, you're supposed to hear the surroundings that are with the person that you're watching. We heard the jail all throughout. I couldn't hear Rich worth it, and I'm just like, what?
It was so bad. It was so bad, and it's like I already have an issue with Sisters with the music they play anyway. Because I'm like sometimes it's too bumpity bumpy, and I'm trying to hear what's
Mm-hmm.
going on. It's a solemn scene. Why you got this bumpity music? And then I've always felt that their music was louder than it needed to be, but tonight I've never heard it this bad. Like I have never
Mm-hmm.
heard so much stuff going on. It was absolutely ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. But I'm just happy we got. I mean, we got of course a tidbit, a little moment
Child, it's
with that.
it's the
With
smallest scotch. Meanwhile, we kept cutting back to that stupid law firm with them stupid orange drinks, with that stupid couple. We got literally seconds of Karen and Aaron.
yeah.
But Zach is
Um.
just sitting down there at the law firm.
Yes. And speaking of the stupid orange drinks, they were actually the next scene. They they are the next scene.
Oh, we don't
We
want him
we
coming down here because this is Andy's first job. We try and be professional. Was it professional when you was running around here with a bat in your hand?
I said, what is
Pick
this?
a struggle, ho. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you fine. Because I was thinking the same thing, but I have to really talk about how the hell Zach came strutting through that damn law firm. I said this idiot, this is an idiot. This is a
Oh, I thought
full.
since
I'm like, why
Andy is
is
the
he
managing partner,
bumping?
they wouldn't care. Andy power tripping like Robin. How you gonna power trip over some you own? Let me
And
go down
and
to that fake real estate business that you got going on when you playing solitaire, walking in and smash your laptop. Let's see if you start power tripping.
and
Stupid. I'm sorry,
I'm
Andy.
saying,
Go
no,
ahead.
it's funny because I had the same thoughts that you had, but I couldn't get over that bop. If y'all didn't pay attention, I want y'all to go back and look at that scene when Zach walks into that
Like George
law firm.
Jefferson.
He look, yes. I'm like, why is he bopping like this? I said, this is a complete fool. And then you show up with these orange drinks and breakfast for Fatima, who she didn't eat. And it's amazing to me all those people who were saying so much stuff about Karen earlier on in her pregnancy. It doesn't seem like Fatima cares too much about the baby that she's carrying. You fighting people. You ain't doing none of that.
You got
You
bats.
ain't doing none of that. We ain't seeing you at the doctor. Oh, when I tell you I'm gonna be so messy, and I know sister's about to go off, but I'm gonna have videos for days. I'm gonna be so messy because every time why Karen ain't showing? She did first, and this is how many times they moved the goalposts. First of all, Karen ain't pregnant. We had to deal with that. Me and you had to deal with that.
For a
Karen ain't
long time,
pregnant.
because
Karen ain't pregnant for a long time.
I predicted Karen's pregnancy almost 2 years before they put it on the show.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I was being dragged through the streets. She ain't pregnant. She just damn crazy. She ain't pregnant. She just
Yeah.
such and such and such.
Mhm. She
Yep.
ain't pregnant. Karen ain't pregnant. How she gonna be pregnant? Zach didn't even finish. I said, oh, so we don't even understand biology.
We
We
don't
don't
even
even understand how
understand
the we don't even
biology.
understand how the body works. We don't understand when we out here having sex and we don't know how this thing work here.
But
Okay, cool.
that explains all the teenage mothers.
Baby,
No
baby,
shade, just truth.
no shade, no shade is the truth, absolutely. But we had to deal with. I'm just gonna give I'm gonna give a praise to me and Erica because the stuff we had to deal with. Karen ain't pregnant. She can't be pregnant by Zach because he didn't finish. Why Karen not showing? That had to be the number one comment
I
that I
still get
saw
that
so much.
comment four
Why
times a
Karen
week.
and still why Karen ain't showing? What when she gonna show? Why she ain't showing? Why she ain't showing? Why Fatima not showing? Fatima not showing. Fatima not going to the doctor. Fatima not taking care of her baby. When I say I'm finna include that in every video I make, even if it's not about them, I'm gonna bring it up. Where Fatima baby at? Why she ain't showing? Why she ain't been to the doctor? Why she fighting people and she pregnant? Oh baby, because y'all was in our comments heavy, and I'm not saying you in particular, but y'all know who y'all were in our
She been
comments
drinking as well.
heavy,
First 2 months she been drinking.
and she been drinking. And but all of a sudden you pregnant, girl, go somewhere. Go somewhere. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be so messy. I'm gonna be so messy.
I'm here for it.
And get into the mess. You don't want to take advantage of Andy's friendship. Fatima, you've been taking, and this is the thing about it, right? Fatima been taking advantage of this friendship for the longest. But because she does it in a way that is appealing, I guess, or people didn't want to call her out because every time Fatima used to say, "Well, I know I shouldn't be telling you this, but I know Karen is your girl. However, no, ma'am, no, ma'am." And that's why I always had an issue with Andi when it came to her friendship with Fatima. You be friends with who you want to be friends with, but when it comes to Karen, that's a conversation, that's a topic that you and I won't discuss. Fatima shouldn't have even felt comfortable saying, "Well, I know Karen is your girl, but," and then Fatima continues to piss me off because you asked Karen not to tell anybody about your pregnancy, and she told you that she wouldn't tell anybody, that your secret or your privacy is safe for her. She's not going to tell anybody. And you continue to tell this girl's business that's not yours.
Yep.
How you tell Zach about what's going on with Miss Marie and Karen's business and the money that she's giving? How's that Zach's business? That is private information. How are you just disclosing it like that? But if Karen go out and tell people you pregnant, you gonna have something to say. But you don't mind telling her business. And this ain't the first time.
Yep.
Karen asked everybody, please don't tell anyone about the babies. I haven't told anybody yet. But Tima go tell Andi the very next morning. So yeah, I have a problem with that. Stop telling this girl business. I
Dom
don't even
Clip
care.
Entertainment says Fatima Krishan. That's it right there. Go ahead, Ellie. Sorry.
But no, but yeah, but that part just gets on my nerves.
Mm.
Even with Zach, well, I thought y'all was homegirls. You know they ain't no dick. You know they are not homegirls. They're cordial and
Yeah,
they're cool.
y'all,
And
they
I
homegirls
made
the same way that you homeboys with Aaron.
with Aaron.
Mm.
There we go. There we go.
Mm.
And I made a video about that because I get so many comments. Even DMs about how Karen and Fatima should be friends and they should be able to get along. And I said I've never stated that I don't want them to get along. I do, but do I want them as friends? No. And the reason why I don't, excuse me, is because I believe Fatima is too immersed in Karen's life and it's not reciprocated. She is everywhere.
And
You are engaged in
she's
my
insecure about it. That's the thing.
and, and
She's
thank
not
you.
secure enough to be Karen's friend.
That's a fact. And I think that's a great point of reference to even go deeper with. Because I'm like, yeah, she has. You are engaged to my ex. You had to have a baby with my ex. You are friends with my best friend. You are her assistant. Now you and my other best friend Danny are super super close out of nowhere. Only person that really keep her at arm's length is Sabrina, but I still ain't forgot how y'all was talking about Karen twice together. But yeah, she just it's too much. Let Karen be friends with what's the girl name?
Danny.
Angela.
Oh.
Like let her get into Fatima's life, but she's just too much into Karen's world for me. I want them to be cool and respectful, but friends, I can do without.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they're gonna try to have Fatima and Aaron be cousins.
And also, like, that part. Aside from um the Fatima is too insecure to be Karen's friend. Also, Fatima has proven herself to not be the woman I thought she was going to be. So when I was big rooting for them to be friends, it's like, yo, y'all so similar, yo, da 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 da. It made sense to me then because it seemed like
Mhm.
both girls were on journeys to grow through some mess, and they were going to make some missteps. They was going to get knocked down, but they was going to get back up. Fatima has decided to stay put in a very a very toxic place in her life, and she's never going to grow past this. Karen doesn't need that as a friend. She already has that by the way of Danny. Why would she need another?
I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that. Okay, what was next? Um. Oh, and the way he came at Robin, this whole thing was like being to the women, being to the way you came at Robin. And then here go Robin. I deserve that.
Allie,
I'm
I
sorry,
want
you what?
somebody to whoop Zach's ass so bad. I want him to be. I want somebody to dog walk Zach up and down Atlanta for 72 hours straight.
It's very
I'm
specific.
tired.
Yeah, I get it.
Who do you think you
I
are?
get it.
He owns this building. He owns these pens. He owns this floor that you standing on, and you bucking at her boss, and we're just gonna let it ride.
Mm-hmm. And
The
think I
boss turns
deserve it?
around and tuck tails to Fatima. Who is Fatima? She's a glorified secretary.
Come on.
I'm not raising my blood no more about this.
Let's be real.
Bunch of
It's a
bullshit,
God
ask
honest
me.
truth. It's a God honest truth. I'm so glad that Andy has you. I can sleep better at night knowing you have her back. I said, Robin, get the hell off my TV.
Please. Where's the plane at?
Get the
And
hell off
before
my
you was
TV.
flying private, now all of a sudden you flying commercial. Go, go, go. Just go.
It was what happened next? What was next? Oh,
Hey, Nikki,
Calvin
baby.
pops up on Sabrina.
Girl. Ellie.
I'm gonna let you take that one.
No, I don't want it. That's the thing. I don't want it. What is this bumba clock bull? What is this? Do y'all know how many television shows is on? People will beat me over the head about why I'm not finished watching Paradise. The Family Business finale come on to damn night. Black and Beauty or whatever the hell come on the damn night. Tyler, I don't have the time,
Oh, I
baby.
forgot.
I
I
don't
forgot.
have the time. Calvin coming in here looking like he kidnaps children. What is this? Ran off the screen after a white woman, come back looking like he kidnapped children. Talk about what's up with you and Rich. What? I don't
Oh
want it,
my
Allie. I
God.
don't want it. And if you're gonna do it right. This stuff is so arbitrary. They my old girlfriend Trixie was in a bit of had sexual inhibitions but she used me as a sex slave. Surprise, surprise. You see how that works?
I First of all, I don't watch them, but I know that Anthony, aka Calvin, makes great money doing the what's the man name? The
Skits
skits
with Country Way.
with Country Wayne. Thank you. I couldn't think of his name with Country Wayne. There was no reason for him to come back for this. There was no reason for him to come back. I hope this is a first and final. I don't want to see him again in these sister streets. Go over there with Country Wayne, continue to make them skits and make. He probably making way more money over there than he is over here anyway. Because I know Country Wayne pays them lovely. Go over there and do that. The way they. First of all, I had an issue with Calvin because one, I will say this, and it's funny because me and A Noel were talking about this under my comments because I do agree that I really do despise the way that him and Trinity were discarded,
Yes.
especially being around since season one.
Yes.
However, I do believe they just didn't know what to do with it. It wasn't no thing. It was Tyler didn't know what to do with their characters because towards the end, I didn't understand why either one of them was still on the show.
Yeah.
Calvin was nothing more than following Sabrina around everywhere she went concerning Maurice. Now he was a good friend to Maurice, but as far as him and Sabrina, Sabrina acted like she didn't want this man. She was cool with them being friends. Like she didn't want him in that way. And also because Calvin had sexual desires and fetishes that she was not in agreement with, which is fine. You find somebody who like the same things that you like, and you claim that you did only to say you were being used for sex. I I just felt they
Well,
could
I
have
think
did way better than
he
that.
said that the white lady was using him.
The right, yeah, yeah.
That's why he
But I'm like, you,
he
she
had to
was,
leave.
he was
And you were her sex what, sir? You were her
okay,
sex what? The white
okay,
woman? The white woman
okay,
had you as what?
okay.
Oh.
And if it's the same white woman, I believe that we actually were introduced to I think Sabrina actually saw at Maurice's house. You claim after you slid out of her, you told Sabrina that she likes what you like. She doesn't judge you. And
Hmm.
now I was like, oh, you were right. And now I know what it was like to be cared for. I said, what is happening?
That's what he
Calvin,
said.
don't.
Allie, I honestly don't
Yeah,
even. I didn't listen mostly. And Wednesday
yeah.
Talk said that Calvin looked good. Maybe he did. I can't get behind the 5 o'clock shadow. Grow it in or leave it out.
Calvin looked good. They and for whatever reason they downplayed
He looks
Anthony's
like a cop. Okay, he
um
don't look like he kidnaps children. He looks like a cop.
yeah. But they downplayed like how attractive he is because when you look at him outside of that,
He's
Anthony is
fine.
fine.
He's fine.
Anthony is fine. I'm like, y'all really downplayed that man looks because I don't know what the hell y'all did when he first was on this show. And y'all gave him the little thing, y'all whatever, I guess maybe try to keep that Calvin esque about him. But Anthony, oh,
Child.
oh, that man is he is fine. But
Oh,
I just what was he here for?
I don't know, Allie, but I'm going to try to add some semblance of sense to this whole thing since we got to talk about it. I'm going to make this, yeah. Not y'all thought he looked good. Bless y'all heart. Mm. Even
He
with them
looked good and
clothes
he
on.
started talking. No, hell no.
Y'all see
Hell
the?
no. That's
I
what I
look at the
said.
whole outfit. The whole outfit did not match. Like, okay, his face card is never going to decline, but the man looked crazy to me.
It was the clothes. That's why I said they had to
Um,
keep that same. They had to keep that Calvin esque about him. Them clothes wasn't that outfit was not popping at
child.
all.
What
And he
I
was
what I
fine until he started talking.
what I am just struggling with, Jesus, struggling. I'm in need of something. Why in this show of this ensemble show about these 4 to 5 black women and how they navigate life and love? Why does it have to be drama, 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 drama? Okay, the man come back hat in hand, and there's no real conversation or complexity to what actually makes up these relationships. When I think about Joan Clayton and her storied history with dating, when she got with Ellis Carter, both of them had some things that they need to work on. And as you navigated that relationship, she was able to push against his insecurities and his need to win her because he got to prove something. And he was able to push against her being jealous of her damn friend. And both of them wound up being better for it, even though they weren't together. We watched the men in this show, Tony, Calvin, Preston, Rich, Jordan, everybody except for Aaron, go through things with these women, be invalidated by some of the very real things that are correct when they are correct, be down wrong to these women, then come back around. Oh, here's your proposal, here's your ring. All I want is you. With no real story about growth, with no real story of consideration, with no real meat to back up what would be the change behavior that will fuel the apology, that will fuel y'all getting back together, that will fuel me wanting to take you back. You come back to Sabrina, stand across from her on this island wearing this goofy old shirt, this, you ain't got no beard no more. Men, stop shaving y'all's beard. I'm gonna tell you right now. After a white woman turned you into a sex slave, but you chose that white woman over me, the black woman, because she was gonna do what you wanted to do in a damn bedroom, and all you got to say is, I know what it is to be cared for now. Find your way to the other side of my door.
I ain't gonna front. I agree with everything you said. When Sabrina let him in her house, I said, "Yo, weak ass, you gonna talk to me out here? You ain't coming in my house. You go, how are you?" She said, "I'm good. How are you?" "I tell you if you let me come in." "No, I tell you if you let me come in." He said that about
I
three
guess you ain't
times.
gonna
I
tell
said,
me then.
"Sabrina, you ain't gonna tell me." I said, "Sabrina, don't you let him in." "Well, come in." I said, "Weak ass, you
And
was doing so
even
good."
that, Allie, even that, there's still so much to enjoy from an audience perspective if that's what Sabrina says. You know what I'm saying? We enjoy it more
Yes.
that it don't take this one thing, oh, come on in. Actually, no, well, I guess I won't know. He starts to close the door. Okay,
Hmm.
Sabrina, I'm sorry.
Yes.
That gives us someplace to go. But in addition to you having these men crawl back to these women in this very lackluster, no change behavior, backing up half-ass apologies ways, you also got these women who are very much so uncommitted to whatever they claimed to stand for before when it came to walking away from said men. It's all damn dumb.
Hmm. That's a fact. And the one
Tony, look
person
at
who we
Tony and
didn't want,
Todd. Like, There's so many
Ooh.
examples. Look at Issa
Ooh.
and Lawrence. What are we talking
Mm.
about? Tony is on his knees after his job has to pay $75,000 in back pay to a woman who was fine with taking him down with her after doing some things she had no business doing, focused on herself, and he don't get to say boo about it. And when he do get to say boo about it, he's a patriarchal, misogynistic man who's just trying to keep the black woman down. Child, y'all got.
Yeah. That describes it in a nutshell when you talk about these relationships that are just so surface and you don't get the opportunity to actually, like I said, I've been always curious about what is it that these men see in these women. What are they fighting for? When Tony was like, I'm gonna fight for you, what exactly are you fighting for? And I think about when you were speaking, I thought about Joan and oh God, not Ellis, the one that didn't want kids.
Brock.
Brock. I thought about them, and this was a woman, it's like, oh my God, it was like love at first sight, fell deeply. And then getting into the
Enchanted
relationship,
love.
enchanted girl, enchanted, just fireworks, all of this stuff. And you felt it. And it was
Mm-hmm.
so rich, because like the first time that like it was so powerful. And then coming to find out that this man doesn't want to have children. He never saw children in his life. So now, Joan, you have to make a decision. What do you do? Because you really want this man. You want to get married. You want this, but it's something that you want so badly that he just don't want. What are you going to do? What are you fighting for? How long are you going to last? What decisions are you going to make? And we found out the answers to all of those questions, even
Yep.
though it was hard, even though it was a battle, even though it was really a struggle for Joan to really choose herself and her desires over how this man was making her feel. And we really don't see that. And some people may not want to admit it, but I think the only person that we really saw that struggle with is the character of Karen,
And
because this is
Aaron.
somebody who, and Aaron, I want to believe what you, I want to believe what Aaron is saying to me, but I really don't believe this man is gonna love me while I'm carrying another man's child. That's before we find out about the twins, y'all. So don't burn me at the stake. I don't think that he is going to be there for me as he said, even though he said he's done it before. I have a hard time trusting it because I really don't
Because I've
trust
never
men.
seen it
Oh,
done.
because I've never seen it done. And she would say that I ain't never known a man to love a child that wasn't his. So she had all of these things to compete with, but I do like him. I do want to be with him, and I'm struggling with trusting. That makes for a great story. With these other couples, we don't get that.
Yep.
We didn't get any of that. So it's like I don't understand when Tony made that statement. I'm gonna fight for you. I'm gonna fight. What are you fighting for?
What are you fighting for?
What's the conflict? What are you
And what
fighting
I
for?
think what pisses me off most, Allie, is that they actually have things that they could attach to him fighting for. If I was to go back and compare it to Joan and Ellis, half of the part of
Mm-hmm.
the time that Ellis was fighting to stay with Joan is because he liked who he was with Joan. He liked feeling like he was a
Yes.
savior. He liked feeling like he was the better one. He might have had previous relationships where he was quite literally raggedy. And then this was the
Mm-hmm.
time that he actually answered the call and became a better man by being a better boyfriend. That could be Tony's thing, but y'all won't even give him that because he gets
Yeah.
nothing as it pertains to the things, the wisdom and the addition that he's imparting in this girl's life. He catches hell for any positivity he tries to add to her life. So he can't even say that he's fighting to stay the savior because she's quite literally persecuting him for being a savior. So
Yes.
again, what is he fighting for? Sex? There's an open hole on every corner, baby.
Hmm. And you can go buy you one if you want it. So I don't get it. That's why I don't really give two cares about these relationships because I don't understand why they're even together. I have no idea why these women are with these men. I really don't.
Everybody gets up for
Um,
Carrie. And then also we know why
is it?
Fatima's with Zach, but
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
stupid. So
yeah.
there's that.
I know we didn't touch on it with but it happened earlier with Sabrina and when Sabrina was on the phone with Maurice and the whole situation, when she did bring up Rich and how she went to the juice bar
Girl, she's
and
still in a relationship. Where?
when,
You gave the woman
how,
behind you $50 for him to look at her dress and be inappropriate, and he also dismissed you because y'all need to focus on yourselves. How are you still in a
on yourself.
relationship, girl?
Sort of, kinda. You know, I'm in a relationship. Sort of, kinda.
Girl.
Sort of, kinda. Baby, you're not. If my man don't contact me in a month, we're over. We ain't in no relationship. You broke up with me. Mm-hmm. We're done. What you mean? We're sort of, kind of. Oh, this is him now coming to apologize. I said, baby, this
After
man
a
ain't coming to
month,
apologize to
Sabrina,
you.
stand up. Stand up. A month,
I said,
girl?
y'all got her going out bad. Y'all got her going out bad. Speaking of a month, the next scene, Jordan and Rich. I said, this man have been in jail for a whole 4 weeks. He's cracking. He's losing it.
He's cracking down at the dag on lockup.
Yeah,
Not in prison.
not in
Not
prison.
in anybody's penitentiary. He's down at the jailhouse that's attached to the actual precincts.
Yes,
Losing it.
losing it.
And
And
if he
then
bend that damn lip like this one more time early, I'm going to jump through the TV and whoop his ass myself.
this whole scene pissed me off. Number one, well, I was done after this. Rich, when Jordan was telling Rich that he did not attempt to stab Gary, Rich says, "Bro, I know you could never stab someone." I said, "Wait a minute. He can't stab someone, but he can strangle somebody." Jordan is capable of stabbing. If you can strangle somebody, baby, you're capable of stabbing. So what are we saying right now?
What are we
Were you
saying?
just saying that to keep him calm or whatever the case may be? All that man wants you to do is a promise to take care of his sister. Just promise me. See, baby, where are you going? You have a cell, as you stated last week, you have a cell by yourself. You don't got to deal with nobody. Eat the little meals they give you. Let them put some on your books or however it works, and you just chill until you're able to get out. You may have to. They gonna let you out. It was your first time trying to do something. You know you didn't stab Gary, but the way they have this man basically deteriorating mentally and emotionally is absolute nuts. It's absolute. I'm like,
And
y'all
they're
didn't
not
have
even
nothing. Y'all,
doing that well because part of me feels like he's not deteriorating because he's in jail. He's deteriorating because he wants Andi and is mad that Andi's in love with Robin. But y'all ain't even telling that part of the story right.
yeah. But yeah, that's all I got for that. But that's what that was.
Child. The whole investigation is trash. You are so right, Seawalker. Tracy says, do y'all think that Tyler Perry would talk with Tracy Oliver or Lee Davenport? Hold on. To get better insight on how to write the show. No. That's easy.
Mm-mm. 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 No. Because he is somebody who feels like he knows. He knows. Speaking of strange, the next scene was Andi and Robin,
Girl, I'm so
and him
over
telling
it.
her, girl, and him telling her that he is leaving that night to go back to the UK. I said, well, just go.
Bye.
At this point, just go. I don't. Okay, bye.
Peace out.
You want you want me just as much as I want you. You love me. It was the. I said this is the oddest thing to me right now. What is happening? What happened within the 4 weeks that we missed? Because the last time I checked, Andi didn't want you. Andi was slapping you. Andi was trying to make a fool of you, embarrass you. Now all of a sudden she's so concerned about you leaving. Oh, that's so quick. That's so sudden. Why are you leaving so suddenly? Girl, you don't care. You don't care. You're not going to stay and run this firm with me. You're not running the firm. You are a managing partner. You are not running this. I said, the powers that be, do we need to explain what a managing partner is? I said, I think Andi got it confused. I really do. I think Andi has it confused. She don't know what her position is on this at this firm. You're telling the owner you're not gonna run this firm with me. I said, baby, go to commercial. Go to damn commercial. I never been here for them anyway. I just want Robin to go. If he has to leave the show, I don't want him to leave the show. Let
I
me
don't
say
want him to
that.
leave the show either,
I
but I
do
don't
never
want
want
him
him to
here
leave
doing this
the show. I
stupid
don't want him
stuff.
with Andy.
This
No,
is
no,
stupid.
and this was stupid. This was absolutely dumb.
More pining. Another person who was in prime position to actually help Andi elevate as a woman and as a lawyer. Quite literally in the perfect position, the perfect optics to see all of her blind spots, all of her areas of opportunity, be able to speak to those and help her improve by pushing her to be better. And he gets castrated to a certain degree to now step and fetch it for her and her damn approval and her bat wielding bat girl home girl. For what? For the opportunity to slide up in there one more time? Please. All these malnourished ass relationships, y'all could keep them. They starving, they skinny. Get us a new batch. Or let everybody go on a celibacy journey because I can't. I quite literally can't. Robin is the perfect man for Andi. And yet you will not allow Andi to be flawed. You will not allow Andi to suffer consequences for her mistakes and for her goofy ass mindset that she has had since college. Andi is still operating with the mindset that she has had since college. I didn't even know the whole in college. And ain't nobody around her in her current circumstances can challenge that and push her to do better. Yeah, Robin, go ahead back to London. That's exit stage left, babe, because you ain't adding nothing meaningful here.
At all. At all. And then Penelope shows up because she wants Robin to help her with Jordan. I don't even know what to say. The only thing, I ain't gonna lie, the only thing I really enjoyed about that scene is when Penelope was leaving and Andi chased after her only to tell her, you gonna respect me in my law firm. I said, girl, she didn't come there for you. This was the one time I was on Penelope's side. She didn't come there for you. They didn't tell you? I ain't managing partner. Baby, when Penelope said, you want a cookie? I said, baby, I ain't heard that in about 20 years. You want a cookie? I used to say that all the time.
Literally.
Penelope said,
because what does that mean to her?
You want a cookie? What that mean to her? I said, this is so stupid.
The same way that you can drop any real billable hours to represent all your felon friends, Robin can represent who the heck he likes. Heifer.
Your felon friends. That gets me every time. That gets me every time. But that's the only thing I liked about that scene. Penelope was like, this girl was leaving. You took it upon yourself to follow her, to tell her that she gonna respect you in your place of business. She didn't even acknowledge
you. Get embarrassed. She was asking for it.
What? You want to get slapped?
And I don't even like Penelope, but I'm glad she did it.
Me neither. Me neither. I was like, okay, I'm on Penelope's side. What you told her that for what? I said, baby, I don't get what's going on. When that scene came on, I was like, what is happening right now?
As the whole rest of the episode gave what is happening right now.
Mm-hmm. And I think, was that it? Gary and Hayden.
I thought that Gary was going to kill Hayden. I was hoping.
Me too.
No, that's no shade to Chris Warren. But something needs to happen of some actual consequences on this show.
Something has to happen. And I think it's interesting because Gary, he has no remembrance of sleeping with Samara. And it's like in his mind, like, yeah, you mad at me or you angry, but I can't even be attached to it because I don't even have no memories of it. And he was like, oh, so we still friends? Like, you really are my friend. Oh, too soon? Yeah, he don't care. Oh, he'll remember.
Y'all want to talk about somebody look good? Cheeto ass look good. Cheeto was wearing that suit, baby.
Baby, let me tell you something.
Calvin can't tell me nothing when Cheeto walked into the scene looking how he looking.
Let me tell you something. That is a fine man. That is a fine, fine brother. And I don't know what it was. I thought Cheeto was cool. I don't even know what happened, but I just remember one day, because I follow him on Instagram, I don't know what, he used to always post when he was in the gym. I don't know, one day something just clicked. Because I know everybody was like, oh, DeVal fine. And DeVal is fine. That they ain't taking nothing away from that brother. DeVal is sexy as
He not
hell.
as fine as I thought he was before.
No, some, and I think maybe because he playing Zach a little too much.
Yeah.
Something is getting taken away, but he is fine. But with Cheeto, I don't know. I don't care. Gary is a demon, but baby Cheeto, that is a beautiful creation that God
Mm-hmm.
made. That man is fine.
Yes, he is. Yes, Lord.
Oh my God! And I'm like, he could wear a suit. He just
Ain't Noel says in that
someday
suit with that haircut, 10 out of 10, no notes.
none,
Not a note in sight.
none, none, none,
Tell him,
none.
Ain't Noel. Not a
Mm-mm.
note in sight.
That man is fine.
Little
I'm like, it
powder
don't
blue
make
suit,
sense.
sir.
It don't
But
make
then
no
also like
sense.
that, you have that moment, like you have that high for like a second of like, oh, he looks good, and then it gets into some more mundane bullshit. I did not need Hayden to take 50 11 Sundays to reveal that he's the reason why the knife was even in play to begin with, and you better not run up on my girl no more. And I told you, ooh, we scared.
Ain't nobody scared of you. Like nobody's scared of you, Hayden.
If anything,
It
you
would
just
mean
put the battery in
something.
this boy back. He's going to go sleep with Tamara tomorrow. Congratulations. Like, what?
Cause now he got to fight. Oh, I did. Okay. Nobody's scared of you, Hayden.
Nobody.
This man ain't scared. He didn't say. And it's like the what was it called? The stakes. If it was somebody that Gary could have possibly have some type of fear with, or someone that maybe would have him shaking a little bit, it's Hayden. Hayden ain't gonna do nothing. Gary will mop the floor with him.
Period.
So him, don't come around my woman. Don't come around her no more. Boy, he gonna be around her.
He gonna be
Whenever
around
he gonna be around
her.
her. He gonna be around her.
He
It is
is
what it
gonna
is.
be around her.
It
Like,
is what it
and because you
is.
made this big ass deal about it, he gonna go hard. Now she done moved up on the priority list of all his get back.
Yes. Yes.
Hayden, baby,
It's
come
like that's
on.
like you telling a child, don't touch that. Don't you touch that red dot over there.
They be like, what,
Wasn't even
this?
thinking about it. But yeah, this now you brought it to my attention, it's on my radar. I'm gonna go touch it. That's all Hayden did. That is
Child.
all Hayden did.
Hmm.
That was it. That was I think that we hit every scene that I
That's
can remember.
everything. Calvin
I
back for no
believe. I
reason.
believe. Mhm.
Uh, Rich, we got you. We got you. Tony, baby, baby, please.
All my life I'll fight for you. I'll show you every day, Danny. It was the laughing for me. It was her laughing at him for me. Boy, get up. It was. I said, wow. I said, well, everybody done been proposed to except Sabrina.
Was Karen?
Aaron did. Remember, he was like, let's get married when he still wanted to have sex and
But
he
he ain't
wanted to
had
do
no
it the right
ring.
way.
He ain't had
It
no
wasn't.
ring.
Yeah, it
Right,
wasn't.
right,
Yeah,
okay,
she
okay,
ain't have.
okay.
She ain't have no ring. I'm waiting for that because I feel like that's coming soon too.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
And they better do
yeah.
it right. Like, and at this point, like, I'm building up animosity for y'all because the little bit of minutes that y'all are giving to Karen and Aaron, I have no faith at all that y'all gonna do this right. Have no faith. We're getting the tiniest breadcrumbs of their healthy relationship developing, only because I feel like y'all are focused on doing stupid stuff with everybody else up until this point, and then once you come back and give Karen any type of attention, you're gonna do stupid stuff with her.
Mhm. Yeah.
The African wanted to
That's
marry
all.
Sabrina.
Oh, Bayou. I liked him. He
Even
was a
with that,
cutie.
like the conversations around jealousy, everything is just so surface.
It is surface. It's very surface. And then it was so interesting because I actually started watching Beyond the Gate, so I'm all caught up except for the one today. When I had an interesting conversation with someone who doesn't really care for the character of Karen, which is fine. I talk to everybody. Like y'all could DM me whatever. I talk to everybody. And but what's interesting is that she had such compassion for the character of Danny. on Beyond the Gates.
Mm.
And I said, I find it interesting how
Surprise.
people could have compassion and understanding for Danny on Beyond the Gates, but with Karen, it wasn't that deep. She was doing too much. I don't understand why she acting that way. Really? But you understand? Oh, we had a good conversation. Now that
Did
I'm
it
caught
point
up and I
out?
know the.
Did your conversation point out how Danny is of a lighter hue and is not
Oh
battling
yeah,
another lighter skinned girl for her light skinned man?
yeah. Oh, I know all that came up.
Oh,
You know I
okay.
was gonna bring all that up. You know I was gonna bring all that up because if Karen was going against another dark skinned woman, probably more people would be on Karen's side.
100%.
100%, absolutely. And it's like you don't want to go there, but you gotta go there.
Yep.
You gotta go there. Mm-hmm.
And be clear, I'm also on Danny's
Mm-hmm.
side. But I am in a place right now where I will appreciate unhinged honesty with a little bit of crazy over secrets, lies, and bullshit over fake
Yes.
kindness. I'm riding
Mm-hmm.
with Danny Dupree because she's saying what she mean and she meaning what she says, and there's no pretense to it.
Period. Period.
There's no duck and dodge and
Period.
sneaking. It is what it is. I can handle people who give me what it is. I can't handle people
Yes.
who are hiding behind agendas, pretending to be something that they're not.
Absolutely.
Also, why I love Karen, because even in the thick of it, while she was going crazy, she was leading from the hip and speaking what she felt, how she felt it when she felt it, which ultimately wound up serving her well because she was able to actually process her pain and grief. Meanwhile, y'all's fave are stuck in a space of arrested development and toxic relationships. But y'all don't hear me though.
Mm. I like that. I think we got everything. Did we miss anything, y'all? I really think I don't know if I stopped putting in if I stopped typing the scenes, I got irritated. But I think we hit on everything. I want to say we
I
did.
mean, we didn't talk about the hypocrisy of Fatima.
On which part? Because I think she's
The we
hypocritical
can't do
altogether.
this at my office. We got to be
Oh,
professional. I don't want to take advantage of and even Zach, the entitlement.
I said that for me, and I don't know if I said on here or in one of my videos, but for me, Fatima is the biggest hypocrite within the Sisters universe. Zatima as well. The way that this woman can go in and out of hypocrisy should be studied.
Yep.
There are things that Fatima will say, and in the next scene that she will tell Zach, "Don't you do this? We trying to do that." And in the next scene, do the same thing.
Yep.
The same thing you told this man not to do. At this law firm, you and Andi have been running amok. You leave when you want to leave. You come to work when you want to come to work. Now you want to be professional because Andi is a partner. You and Zach are standing out in the middle of the hall having a whole discussion about things that don't concern him. The fact that Zach has absolutely nothing to do, no storyline, and we have seen this man way more than we've seen Aaron will always rub me the wrong way. Always rub me the wrong way. Because even the little scene today with Karen and Aaron, what was it? 20
What
seconds?
was it?
Maybe, if that, 20, 25 seconds. That's all it was. But yeah, we got to see Fatima. I think y'all cut to them 2 or 3 times. And they talked about absolutely nothing.
Not a thing. Except for he's entitled to know everybody's business because he don't have no business of his own.
Mm-hmm.
And lost his half speaking son. No shade, Michael. I'm just saying. Last time we heard
Yeah,
of you, you only said one word, 2 words.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I just,
But that's y'all's
you
queen.
know, it, it's just, it's irritating. Like, it's irritating to me. Um, yeah,
Oh,
very
and then
irritating.
the whole Zach wanted to invest in Karen's business.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
I think
Yeah, I
that she
said
actually
Fatima.
cleaned it up in a good way because when I saw that like as a preview, I was like, oh, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
So she wound up cleaning it up in a good way. but I do still feel like there was more to be discussed there, and they just refused to. Like they just refused.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Because I'm like, she cleaned it up, but the look that she gave, like you felt a way about him wanting to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's explore that. And I know that you and I both have stated, several times, like, and I remember you did a video that I thought was so good. And it was a while ago, but you just explored the fact that Fatima was jealous, and that jealousy it's a natural emotion to have. And I remember reading the comments, Fatima ain't scared, ain't jealous of no Karen, and it's like she is.
She
If you
is.
listen, she's literally been saying it this entire time.
Yep.
Her actions prove that the entire time. However, it gets overlooked. But Fatima can't do no wrong or whatever. But I'm like, it's a natural emotion because obviously she got pregnant not too long after Karen was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't that far behind her. That's why I was like, when she closed the show, she ain't that far behind. Ain't far behind at all. But this man, and then you did it on purpose.
Yep.
You did it on purpose because I remember her
Project
talking
twins
about.
are jealous
Yeah,
people works. If it ain't happening by accident, it is
right?
jealous people work.
Yes. You better say it because it's amazing how Zach was wearing you out so much that you bought him a sex toy, but you wound up getting pregnant and you made sure that Zach was wearing condoms. But all of a sudden, you pregnant, so y'all stopped wearing condoms. Not that they're 100%, but I believe, yeah, you got pregnant on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You got pregnant on purpose, and he already got a son. He about to have a daughter. You won't be the first of anything. You'll be the first wife, maybe, if that
But
happens.
she's there. My
She's
name is in the
there.
hat. I'm in the ring for at least the next
She's
18
there.
years.
Yeah, that's what
Because
it
he's a
is.
good man, Savannah.
I'm like, yeah, mm, yeah.
That part ain't no
I
wild.
hope.
That's an anchor baby.
Come on,
That's exactly what it is. Call it how you
come
see
on,
it.
and that's the truth. But yeah, I wish they would have explored that look that Fatima gave and what it actually meant.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Instead of just like you said, she cleaned it up perfectly. With investment in Aaron, and of course I know when Zach heard that name, like yeah, maybe that may not be the best thing. I want him to invest anyway. They don't need your money because I don't ever want Zach to be able to hold anything over Karen's head of saying what I did
Do you
or
even
I'm the
have
reason.
money? Because I feel like the narrative can't figure out whether you have money or not. Oh, okay.
Okay, okay. And whatever money you do have, you better find it interesting because I had talked about this on one of the videos I did that Zach is willing to invest in Karen's company, yet he is extremely comfortable with watching his pregnant fiance go to work every day while he does absolutely nothing. But I'm going to invest in my ex girlfriend who's pregnant with my baby. I'm going to invest in her company, but yeah, you go to work every day, boo. I bring you an orange drink and a bagel. I think that's an even exchange. I said, this is some. And this is what I think is so prevalent as we're talking about going deeper, because we still deal with the things of is Zach really over Karen, how he really feel about Karen, so on and so forth. I do know that Zach will always love Karen and have love for Karen. I just don't think Zach has ever dealt with those feelings in a proper way for healing to take place. So the things that he does, yeah, it seems nice, but it's like, what is the undertone of that?
Mm-hmm.
What is the undertone of Fatima feeling the way that she feels? Because if you're so secure with Zach and him knowing where his heart is, why do you feel the way that you feel about certain things? And I think it's lovely and I think it's poetic justice because Karen ain't worried about Zach and Fatima. And so many people
Period.
still want to bring, oh, she's using Aaron. She don't really want him. The girl, baby, get over it. You can't use that as get over it. She's with who she wants to be with, ain't thinking about Zach and Fatima. But
At
ain't
the
this what
time
y'all
that she
wanted?
should be with him, at a place where she can finally receive that she deserves to be with him. It's right on time, if you ask me, not forced like your faves. Mm.
And this what y'all wanted. So why are people still mad?
Why you mad?
I'm curious
You
about that. Why are
upset?
people still mad? Oh, Karen don't want Zach no more. I don't believe it. Cause she.
Girl, the amount of comments, and at this point, I just be deleting them when I see them. The amount of comments I still get, Karen's still bitter. Okay,
Oh
girl.
my god. Mhm. Mhm.
All right.
Mhm. Yeah, she's bitter. I just can't understand. I don't understand why she playing with Aaron like that. Cause it's Zach who she want. No, you want her to want
You
Zach.
want her to want Zach. That girl
Mhm. You
has
want her to want Zach.
finally fell down, woke up, and realized, got her mind right.
I said, baby, happy for my good sis.
Ooh, child. Well, anything else we missed, y'all? I hope they give us that Tracy B. I hope they give us Aaron and Karen getting married. Because Zach will lose his mind. That wedding is not
Oh
going
my
off
lord.
without a hitch. Mm-mm.
Mhm. Simply Joanni, I hope I said your name right. She said she wasn't bitter when Aaron had her eyes rolling in the back of her head.
Say it. Tell it.
Cause baby, them eyes was rolling. Baby, them eyes
Go
was
ahead. Tell it.
rolling. That
Tell
was
the
funny.
truth. Shame the
That was
lies. Yes,
funny.
yes. That's what bitter look like. I want to be bitter too. I want to be
Please
big
let me
bitter.
be extra. I want extra bitter. I want to be extra bitter, baby. Dude, that's a good one.
Zachary Taylor never falls out of love with Karen Mott. He hypocritically punished her and used Fatima in the process. Yep,
Can we talk about it?
he sure did.
People don't like that. People don't like that. But I like that.
Anything else, y'all? They might give us a wedding for Zach to break it up. And when I tell y'all, Aaron
And
better
sadly, I can
beat
see that.
his ass. Aaron better beat Zach within an inch of his life if that happens.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see, like let's say that Karen and Aaron are engaged. I can see Zach even asking her like, "Are you sure?" Don't ask her nothing about her relationship.
Yep.
Like I could see him doing little stuff like that. Like
Yep.
I could see that being a part of his character. Like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, you sure? Which that we ain't finna have that conversation. But I could see him doing that.
Hey, Sierra Boo. You're going to
Hey,
enjoy the
Sierra,
rewatch. Even Zach is softer with Karen, just saying. Mm.
can we
Mm-hmm.
talk about it? These are the things, and it's like it's right in our faces. It ain't even
Mm-hmm.
no hiding it.
Yep.
Even I think about the hospital scene when Karen, had the false labor and stuff. Zach didn't even have the didn't even have any speaking scenes in this moment, but he was making the little faces to Karen's stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Fatima pregnant too. You ain't give two damns about that baby, but you all over here. Oh, the whole time, which I thought the vow was in his bag in that moment.
Mm.
But to me, the way that they show it, Zach is very attentive to Karen and this baby, and he never forgot she was pregnant. But the woman I lay with every night, oh damn, my bad. You are pregnant.
You
I'm like,
are
I'm
pregnant.
sorry, I'm sorry. What? I said I don't even believe
You
it, and the
are
fact that
pregnant.
Fatima did,
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah,
dang, you is pregnant. That's right.
like
That's right.
what?
Right. 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 Right.
Right, right. I'm like, baby, how you gonna forget? I said, this is a mess, hot mess. I'm sorry.
if they if they wanna redeem themselves in any way, they will give Zach the fall that he has been deserving. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
But I do hate the idea of like weird later down the line, Karen and Aaron are getting married. Zach is there to break it up. If Karen ends up with Zach, I will be very disappointed because she just deserves so much better.
does. She does. And initially I thought that they were going to try to pull that. But I want to say for me, and it's sad and it's weird because I feel like they play in Karen face a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I do understand they give Ebony certain things because she's capable of performing it at a high level. And I think with her character, even though I do give the writers hell, I was watching like old episodes, and I remember in the first season when she invited Aaron over for dinner and they were having like Chinese food or whatever, and he asked her what she wanted in a man. And she said, I want a man that'll help me, pay for the bills. You got that, because Aaron gonna make sure you're taken care of. She said, I want a man who holds me after he comes. You have that. They was cuddling in the last episode. She was like, I want a man who wants to be a good father. You have that. Everything that Karen said that she wanted in a man, the writers have brought it. I'm gonna get a major props for this. The writers have brought it full circle because everything that she stated that she wanted is presented in Aaron. And I feel that we're going to see a character in Karen who has been fully healed, fully
Mm.
capable of moving on, and fully loving Aaron the way that he deserves, and vice versa. And I feel like a lot of people cheapen Aaron's experience because even when we met him, he was going through his own journey
Mm-hmm.
of being hurt, of being emotionally damaged. And the fact that these two people have gotten to a place where they are healed and they can be receptive of the love that each other is giving at this moment. I think Karen's story is going to be the most polished, and I think it's going to be the most rewarding, even though
Mm.
I'm not taking away y'all writers have played in our face with Karen. But ultimately, I believe she's gonna have, like, if I had to give like an
The
award, she's
legacy.
gonna have to go. Yes, like that's what it's going to be,
Yep.
and I'm waiting for that because I think it's really gonna happen. So I'm looking forward to it.
I agree. Y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button if you haven't already. I'm trying to do a better job of calling it out. We got 108 people in here right now and 44 likes. Let's make this look a little bit. Let's make the math a little bit better. Ain't no else as they gone too far with Zach. Oh, they gone too far with the team of for Zach and Karen to be in game. They have. Fatima has been left before. And
I
it
don't
only
know
seems
now.
about it only seems about right that she ends up as a single mother with her lack of morals and not lack of morals, lack of self worth.
Say, remember, Ian was with her. He left her on Friday. He got married Sunday.
And she only isn't a single mother from the whole Ian thing because she allowed him to convince her to have an abortion.
Yeah.
And none of that is shade at any. That's just stating what actually happened. You want to see and hear about Aaron's journey? I do too. I want Aaron to be Karen's end game, but I'm very cautious of getting excited and really hoping for that because as a whole, the series has made almost a serial career of disrespecting, dismissing, or downplaying a Karen character.
Yeah. Yeah. They love that. They love that.
Anything else we missed, y'all?
I think we got everything.
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want it to happen, but this ain't over. The more Karen settles into happiness and especially happily ever after with Aaron, the more Zach's demons are going to get agitated, y'all. So
Yeah.
prepare yourself.
Yeah. They don't like Happy Karen. It ain't like we've had much of her. It's like y'all don't even give
Right.
us much of it. Like y'all gave us season two. That was the happiest we saw Karen when she was with Aaron in
Literally.
that season. After she boned Zach in that closet, it went downhill for that. I mean, she was going through her journey, and it doesn't always look good. But it's like now that she's in this place, let this woman have this. Let her have it. This stuff gonna come up, but please let her have it. Y'all finna give her
Mhm.
two babies. Y'all can't be adding no. Let her have this. Let her have it.
She deserves it.
Yes.
But see, Dwayne and Whitley needed to happen because Byron was never supposed to be.
Byron is really a what the hell. That's what Byron was for me. What in the absolute hell.
So it couldn't be
But
that. It couldn't be
Whitney,
Dwayne and Whitley because they didn't actually. Dwayne and Whitley belong together. I am no longer convinced that Zach and Karen belong together because Zach won't grow. And honestly, like when people wonder why does she hate Zach so much, why does she da 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 Zach? It's not even that I hate him. At this point, I'm growing indifference towards him, and I hate his behavior. But my true detachment from the Zachary character really came when I peeped that he was not going to grow. This is when I got to jump ship because I'm all for a raggedy Negro with a plan. I'm all for a F boy with some ambition. I'm all for the hood with a sob story that refuses to let that be his whole story. And that is not Zach. Zachary
yeah,
Taylor is a victim. Zachary Taylor is a misogynist. Zachary Taylor is more afraid of growth than he is of confronting his demons. And I can't respect a man like that.
yeah. And I feel like they did the same. Ooh, as you were speaking, I feel like they did the same thing with Danny as they did to Zach. Instead of
Mm,
allowing Zach's character to grow, they gave him money. Instead of allowing Danny's character to grow and deal with her bullshit, they gave her money. So we're gonna see certain changes and shifts in her living style in the way that she does, carry herself in that way. But doing the work, no. We just give us some money. They did, the exact same thing.
yeah.
And she's a character who refuses to grow, but we're gonna give her $75,000. Okay. Zach is a character who refuses to grow, but we're gonna give him $2 million in total, and watch how his life changed. Yeah, life changed, but core values didn't. Character didn't. But he got money, and now because he didn't know what to do with that money, he didn't have wise counsel. Now he's struggling, and you about to have two kids to take. Well, excuse me, three children to take care of financially. Fatima gonna support all y'all?
On her paralegal salary.
Okay. Hmm.
Oh, but that's when she not moonlighting as Madam 2.0.
Okay.
Child.
Yep.
All right, y'all. That's all we really got. We are
Yeah.
one episode away. Well, yeah, one episode away from the finale.
Yeah.
Well, the end of the series. The finale is next week. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, y'all. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I think Allie and I are going to try to keep this thing going even after there are not new episodes, and at least we'll be able to have certain conversations without the tinge of a horrible episode weighing on us that we have to actually report on. So we will still keep our Sisters Keeper going after next week, but still join us for the finale, of course. I am covering Beyond the Lights, not Beyond the Lights, Beyond the Gates, the CBS soap opera. So if you like Sisters, and I think that you will like that as well. And I'm already like so locked in because there's consequences for said actions, and there's all types of
Yes.
actions taking place. Allie, you want to tell people what you got going on before we get out of here?
I've had a few people ask me about Beyond the Gates. I'm gonna do my best to cover it. I know I won't be dropping videos every day. I'll probably watch 2 episodes, then give my thoughts about it. Um, so I got that,
Yeah,
and
girl, because it's hard keeping up every day. Dang.
it's hard with daily.
It's whooping
It's a
my
struggle for me.
ass.
I don't. It's a struggle for me to watch it daily. I don't do nothing daily every day. An action but pray and talk to my mama. So it's hard, and I don't watch a lot of TV, so it is a struggle. But I'm trying to keep up with it. Also, so I think I've been telling you about my videos of nostalgia. So I'm doing a video that's gonna be out probably either tomorrow or Friday. It's called Harper's Story is Trash. And what made me do this, I took it upon myself to rewatch The Best Man, the final chapters. And I was like, this man is trash.
mm.
Harper's Story is selfish as hell. And so I'm gonna go back and talk about Harper from the perspective of the first film and
Mm.
everything that went on with that. So I find it easier. Like I don't got to do a whole, movie review, but just taking certain scenes, certain characters, and giving my thoughts about those particular characters. So I'm looking forward to it. I've already recorded some videos on that, and just have fun. Because Sisters, can be draining. I enjoy
Yes.
this aspect of it. But just going back and talking about, those things that brought me so much fulfillment and laughter and made me question a lot of things. Even with
Mm.
girlfriends, and we were talking about those relationships and
Yeah.
how I felt about Maya cheating on
Darnell.
Darnell and things of that nature. So things that really made me think. And unfortunately, Sisters doesn't do that. I have to really be intentional to dig deeper than what
Yeah.
they show us.
Yeah.
But the other stuff, they present it in a really beautiful way. So y'all can look out for that from me.
Alrighty. Y'all, we appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us, holding it down, having these conversations. We hope that you guys enjoy the conversations just as much as we do. Um, Everyone who's still here after all this time, and rewatch gang, drop your comments so that you can keep the conversation going with us if you didn't catch us in real time. Shout out to Boss Cat, A Noel, Sade, Mimi Loves Peace, Sierra, Simply Johnny, Tracy B, DNC Greatness, Mimi Loves Peace. Oh, I already said you. Sorry, Boo Cookie from the Shy. I think I saw Shy Town Girl in here at some point. Miriam, we love the conversation with y'all. Tam B, it's been real. See y'all in the next one.
See y'all. Good night, y'all.